edition of The Page Listens. Well, Thanksgiving is only a memory now, and Christmas is just a few days away. A week after that comes New Year's, with all the pressure we put on ourselves to think about resolutions. Whether or not we actually write the promises we make to ourselves down, this time of year is bound to stir up a lot of shoulds. I should lose weight, so that means I should exercise and I should eat better. Or maybe I should stop smoking. Could be I should get a new job or ask for a raise. Maybe it's I should get out of this relationship. You may not know it, but January ranks highest among the months for the number of people filing for separations and divorce. I've resolved too many things in my lifetime to count, and it's funny, I ended up doing most of them when I was good and ready. Resolutions had nothing to do with my personal growth. Everybody wants to change something, and I'm going to change the practice of making resolutions altogether. This is, after all, The Page Listens, so I'm talking about writing. I'm proposing you take an inventory of things you're happy for in your life, or things you're grateful for, or merely things that make you smile. I'm naming this exercise, Count Your Blessings. Now, clearly not everyone feels blessed. We're caregivers, and we work hard, and sometimes thanklessly managing spouses, siblings, parents, children, and friends who may have rage issues caused by chemo in many cases, or just because the patient is rightfully angry. They lash out at a person they can trust and know they can take it. That person is closest to them, and it's you. Some people are working 2 jobs and can barely make ends meet, and first have to come home to make dinner, take care of the kids, and then return to caregiver duty. And then, if they're lucky, they'll get a good night's sleep. Most people can't afford respite care or long-term help. They're left to wonder, how long can this go on? Then there are those of us, and I was one of these people, who know that the end is fast approaching, and we live in fear of what the future will bring. This can be a crippling set of what-ifs, and the more you worry, the bigger the problems seem to get. Oddly enough, no matter how bad things are, no matter how scared we are, how broke we are, or how exhausted we all have things to be grateful for. We just seem to get lost in all the work and don't have the time to just be happy. And that's what I'd like you to try and focus on and write about between now and the new year. It's an exercise that's aimed to make you feel better. Yeah, I know many of you have heard you need to have an attitude of gratitude, but you don't have to go so far as to actually be grateful. Just come up with a few things in your life that are good and that make you happy, or even things that make you smile. Describe them in as much detail as you want and with as many flowery words as you want. Go ahead and gush. You can also look at these notes as an inventory of all that is right with your life. Here are a few examples. If you're a healthy individual, that alone is a lot to be grateful for. Are you strong or attractive? Do you have great endurance? What are your strongest traits? Are you good at your job? Do you have artistic skills? Are you good at fixing things around the house? What are your hobbies? Do your children bring you joy? Simple things like having a good relationship with your family is something to be very grateful for. I understand how hard some of your lives are, and that it really doesn't seem like this exercise will do you any good. So let me say that listing some things that make you happy can, in and of itself, make your life more pleasant. What are some of the things you'd like that would make your life easier? It's funny how just writing them down and committing them to them in that way will make you feel closer to actually having them. Paying off your mortgage or your credit cards is not something you would write a resolution about, but how much better would your life be? How much happier would you be if you could achieve that? You can write about a trip you'd like to take that would make you happy, and then follow up on that with some research online about your dream destination. You don't have to make the trip to have the dream, and dreams can make us very happy. I know that waking up to a sunny day beats waking up to a stormy day. Sometimes something as simple as that can go on this list. Here's a silly list for you to consider. It's my list of some simple pleasures that make me happy. A brand new, fresh ruled notebook. Old black and white movies. A good night's sleep and waking up feeling refreshed. Antique pocket watches. Really good Manhattan clam chowder. The New York Times Sunday crossword puzzle. The sky at the beach at sunup and sunset, and when it's really dark out and you can see all the stars. I love a great find at the flea market. The first tulips of spring, and I can't forget how happy a good haircut makes me. Now, I'm lucky, and I have a lot of things to be grateful for, not the least of which is that the caregiver space is a success. I have two wonderful young people, Jonah and Corey, who work with me, or I work with them, to bring you content of value on our blogs, in our newsletter, on social media, and on our relaunched site with chats and forums for you to participate in. See? That alone's something for you to be grateful for. I'm grateful for my good health, my lovely home, my adorable puppy, the loyal people I have in my life, and that the caregiving hardships I went through have brought me to a place where I can help others. Sure, I got a bucket list of all the things I still want to do, but I'm happy. That's a lot to be grateful for. I hope you take something away with you from this, and that you start writing down little things you notice that make you smile. Think about what you're thankful for in your life, and write them down too. When things are at their darkest, look at those notes. They can bring you back to that moment of happiness and lighten your burden. Lastly, I wish you tidings of comfort and joy in the year to come.